Okay, and welcome to Dynamics and Expressive Techniques, the terms that you need to know. These are not the terms that all the terms you should know, but they are certainly the basics and the very good basics, and this will get you through. There are also other terms that you can use in dynamics and expressive techniques that are listed in pitch and duration and all the other concepts. So please don't think they're just confined to those other terms or concepts. They can be used here. Hopefully you're watching this video first, then you'll watch the one which is dynamics and expressive techniques explained, the concept and how to actually use it in an answer, and then you'll watch the actual one that says how to do an oral question and what to actually write in your answer. So here we go. So these are the terms you need to know. So rubato. Rubato, as the Italians would say, means the robbing of value, to have a free and flexible tempo. So something that's sort of free and flowing, and usually in classical music, but sometimes in popular music as well. Accelerando, just like an accelerator on your car, it means to gradually get faster. So if you press your accelerator down, you'll get faster. An accelerando means the same thing, and it's written on the music as ACCEL, usually as an abbreviation. I can't even say the word. Ritardando, rallentando, and ritenuto, they all mean to gradually get slower. Doesn't matter which of those words you use, because they all mean the same thing. Ritardando, rallentando, or ritenuto. Sforzando. Okay, this is an accent or a stress of a note. So that's why we've got a little shocked person there. It's like a shock in a bar. It can be a regular thing, or it can be a sudden noise, sudden stress of a particular note. Terraced dynamics. Nothing to do with Raymond Terrace. Okay, it's all to do with blocks of loud and soft sounds without any graduations in between, usually heard in Baroque music. The reason was because a harpsichord couldn't change its volume, and most of Baroque music was based around the harpsichord, and it didn't matter how hard you pressed that key on the harpsichord, it wouldn't make it any louder. So they would try just basically go loud or soft. So loud, 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 soft, 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 loud, 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 soft, 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 and there was no graduation in between, no crescendos or decrescendos. A trill. Again, another thing that is basically occurred or started in Baroque music. It's a rapid alternation between two neighbouring pitches. And again, because of the harpsichord and the nature of the instrument, you couldn't actually sustain a note like you can on a piano or a guitar or a violin. So in order to make a note sound longer, they would do this rapid alternation between two notes to make it sound long. Another couple of instruments that do it is the the steel drums that are heard in calypso music, and you can hear them go, sort of that banging on, and a sustained note is that way, or on a xylophone or even a glockenspiel, they do those sorts of really quick notes, trill notes, to actually make the note sound longer and sustained. A turn. It's a melodic figure that rises and falls around a main pitch. That sort of thing is as in my bad example, but you get the idea. Scat singing. Now, scat singing started in jazz music. It's an improvised section by a singer featuring made-up or nonsense words, because jazz music was all based around improvisation. And so the singer, it's really hard to improvise something using actual words, so they'd use nonsense words like bee-bop-a-lula, wop-bop-a-loo-bop, see-beep-bop-beep-beep-beep, all those sorts of things. And then it progressed and was used in early rock music, as you just heard, bee-bop-a-lula, you would have heard of that, or wop-bop-a-loo-bop, or wop-bam-boom. They're all just nonsense words, and that's what scat is. A slur. A slur is a slide between two notes, up or down, to make them sound joined. And I'm missing the ED there, I'm sorry. But yes, it just means that you're going, oh, all those sorts of things. My bad examples there, but to give you a bit of an idea. A bending, on the other hand, is a slight change in pitch that slides around the correct pitch. So sometimes a guitarist or usually a guitarist, a blues guitar, they'll play the note and then they bend the string, which means they push the string up or down actually on the fretboard, and that bends the notes, changes the pitch slightly. The other way you can do it is with a keyboard, and there's that little wheel on the side on some keyboards, and it's actually a pitch bending tool, and that's what that's to do. A glissando, we've got a couple of people sliding down a hill, and that's because it's a rapid scale played in a sliding motion, ascending or descending, and physically it is a sliding motion. So if you used your finger across the keys on a piano and you slid them all the way up or all the way down, that's what a glissando actually sounds like. Okay, it can also be done obviously on a string instrument where you pluck the string and then slide your finger either up or down. Fortissimo, it means very loud, and the symbol for that is FF, or the abbreviation FF. Forte, another dynamic, it means loud, and the abbreviation is F. Mezzo forte means moderately loud or a little loud, it doesn't matter which way you go, and the abbreviation is MF. Mezzo piano, we've got soft serve ice cream here because that soft serve means moderately soft or a little soft. When you think about it, soft serve ice cream is a lot softer than normal ice cream, which would be a good example of piano, which means soft. And the abbreviation for piano is P, and the abbreviation for mezzo piano is MP. And then we have pianissimo, and the abbreviation for that would be PP, and it means very soft, as in melting ice cream. Okay, it's very, very soft. Okay, a very, very soft sound. I said these are just images to try and get your brain to remember things. A crescendo. Imagine a sound going up a hill and it's getting louder, so it means gradually getting louder. We've got Jack and Jill getting up the hill there. A decrescendo is obviously the opposite, and it means gradually getting softer. Arco. Now there's a reason there's a circle there, and those of you who do maths and should remember that when you create an arc or using a compass, an arc of a circle is a small section of the circle. And when a person is bowing a string, okay, on a violin, the actual action they are doing is they're creating an arc. Okay, so that's why it's called arco. And tremolo. Tremolo is a rapid movement of the bow across the strings. Again, this is particular to a violin, okay, and the reason I've got a B there is because it actually sounds like a little bee. It's like this little shimmering of sound, notes, and it's that tremolo. They really move the bow quickly across the strings. And pizzicato, all those instruments there are an example of people doing that, are plucked strings. So it could be on a guitar, it could be on a double bass, as you can see there, or a cello or a violin. Anything that has a string, and any string that is plucked, it's pizzicato. And the last one here is tacit. And tacit means quiet or no sound. And that's the end.